Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of 30 Videos in 30 Days with Jason Dyer, part of Deep Video's effort, parallel creative series, to get ourselves down to Austin, Texas, July 29th through the 31st, so that we can attend the Worker Cooperative National Conference and figure out how to bring cooperatives to Dallas. We are joined tonight at Dance Silverleaf in Denton, Texas by
Jessie Frye
and
Brent Camp.
So you guys are pretty big in the scene. Why don't you let some of the folks that are just now learning about you, hopefully this is the first time they're going to see you and they're going to learn, who is Jessie Frye? I don't know.
Wow. Well, I started my band in 2009, and I'm a pop rock artist, and I put on a really high energy show. I love my fans, and I'm from Denton, Texas, and I am managed by Brent Camp, who's sitting next to me.
How long have you been doing this?
Since 2009.
2009. That's veteran status, right?
Well,
That's
thanks.
approaching expert status in any career that you would undertake.
Thank you.
How long have you guys been working together?
We're actually approaching our year anniversary this month. Yeah.
So, what things have you brought to Jessie to help her get through this year?
Pass that to you.
So what we started working on with Jessie, myself and one of my business partners, Matt Battaglia, was we really wanted to start. For one, Jessie kind of had a reputation in town around DFW of being very business. We wanted to bring a little more of a polished step to that, but we're just kind of accenting what she already had done, because she's very passionate, she's a great performer, but she is a really great businesswoman. And I just wanted to take a lot of that load off her plate. I mean, there's a lot that goes into music. There's a lot that goes into marketing yourself. There's a lot that goes into branding yourself.
Sure.
And she's excellent at doing so, but it takes a village, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish with her, is really taking some of that load off of her plate.
Right on. So part of the goal of this video series is to ask about any kind of pitfalls for the next kids coming up in the scene. And one of the things I target specifically is, have you ever lost access to or rights to perform or revenue from a bit of work that you've created over the years?
No, I haven't, and I understand that artists do, but just to be clear, you were asking about just pitfalls in general?
Yes, that too. I mean, yes, in general as well.
I think honestly, if I can speak just from the artist perspective, Brent is right. I do love the business side as much as I love the creative side. If I could give some advice to some artists with things that they have direct control over, is their social media. That is you. That is how people perceive you. And I'm not saying be boring or be stone cold or anything like that, but be careful about what you put out there. Be aware of how people perceive you. And first and foremost, be aware of how you want people to perceive you.
Right.
Because that's the exciting thing about social media, is that social media gives you the opportunity to show people who you are on a marketing level and be honest about it. You know, if I post a photo of me promoting MAC Cosmetics and I look all goth, that's really what I want to look like. And so I'm being honest about that. You know, and people who are into that can connect to you through that. So if you're serious about being a musician professionally, and I want to reiterate, if you are serious, if you're not and you just want to have fun, do whatever you want.
Right.
But if you're serious about the business side and getting a manager or getting a booking agent, be very aware that who you are on social media is a big part of how people are going to perceive you, and you do have control over that. And be professional, but be creative. Yeah.
Do you want to expand on what you mean specifically when you say social media? I think that everyone defaults to Twitter and Facebook.
Sure.
But what tools have you found, probably because of this guy right here, over the last year that you're finding work really well for you?
Yeah, we had this conversation. I mean, you'll notice that every artist individually kind of finds their own pocket of where they succeed the best. Some are YouTube, some are Facebook, some are Instagram, and everyone has their own struggles, which is totally fine. I guess my biggest achievement is my Facebook social media following on my personal, and my personal page is kind of no longer my personal page, but my personal and my fan page are kind of where I feel like, I have a really strong following, and then Instagram is a second. and Twitter and Spotify are places that we're both working on a business level, but that's what I mean by social media is you'll notice that though, like different bands that you enjoy, they will have bigger followings on certain platforms.
Right.
Snapchat is kind of weird because no one can see your following on Snapchat. I don't know if you guys, you know what I'm talking. Yeah, no one can really see how many people view your videos on Snapchat. So it's kind of a different world. But I think by default, no matter who you are, you're going to succeed in one place a little bit better than most other social media places. But yeah, that's what I meant by that.
How important is video to what you're trying to do as far as marketing I would say on a regular basis?
Video in what sense?
Any. So from what you guys did just before we started the interview, which I saw the Snapchat come up and you explained that what you're about to do, right?
Yeah.
All the way to live performances to official music videos as you release your single. I guess the question is, how much of a facet of being an artist nowadays is having a lock on video production?
Oh, everything. I'm going to let Brent speak a little bit on this also, but my last video we just premiered in May, Big Bad Wolf, it was higher production than my other videos. Yeah. Thank you. It was higher production, and it was, a 14-hour day, and it was heavily themed in like the goth 90s throwback.
Right on.
And it got such a beautifully positive response. Not because we put a lot of effort into it, but, it's also thematically like saying what concept would go great with this song and trusting your gut on a creative level. And, honestly, it's about taking a risk.
Sure.
But I'm going to let Brent.
So with the video, it's completely, it's crucial. It's very crucial. Just from a business standpoint, it is really hard to sell a premiere of a SoundCloud link. It's really hard to sell a premiere of a Spotify link. People want the video, whether it's an animated project and you're getting across your concept, whether it's just seeing Jessie Frye in a very garbage light, in a very Paramore light. They want to see something, and you even look at Facebook as a platform. Text-based posts don't get as much engagement as video or photography-based posts. So it's super important, and it's one of those things that's completely necessary. You can't get away with not doing videos nowadays. Whether it's animated, whether it's one of these new, they got these new like graphic videos that are showing just text videos.
Right.
They suck. They're lame. Do you record them? I'm so sorry. They're awful, but they get the job done where they need to get them done, which is the fact that Spin and Noisy and these places, they don't want to premiere your SoundCloud link anymore.
That's right, yeah.
And you may get really great traction from those platforms and utilize them and use them, but realize that people want to see the concept, whether it be live, whether it be animated, whether it be what it be, they want to see it. And it's an easier sell.
So let me ask you the other half of that question, or that topic, as it were. How do you guys feel about the trend of more and more people watching the show through the lens of their cell phone or their tablet or what have you? We've done this. We've got about 9 to 12 interviews under our belt, and I've been surprised at how many artists have been very passionate in their response to this question. So that's what I'm curious about. How do you guys feel about knowing you've done your show, and for 2 weeks later you're seeing the tail end of it through various cell phone windows? How do you feel about that?
I'm going to switch because I'm left-handed. There we go. There's things worth getting upset about, and then there's things that you have to realize you have no control over. I used to care.
Okay.
But the bigger you get, the more fans are going to be posting on YouTube.
Right.
Which, even if it is shitty quality, someone's posting about you.
Right.
So the main thing is to be positive. Someone cared enough to sit there on their phone and type my name in and upload the video.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's a fan. So you can be all huffy and puffy about video quality. Do that with your own professional music videos.
Right.
You want fans doing that. Your real fans, the people that really know you and really have been following you or want to know you, They know you're a good singer. They know your band is great live. Okay, there's a couple of really low quality shitty. What? Oh well, thank you. That's you know that's one. It's same with haters. Like, thank you. I'm glad you like the taste of my name in your mouth. You know, it's just like the more that is said about you, that is posted about you, the better. Just keep control of what you have control of, which is staying positive and working with great people and being grateful that people care enough about you to post about you.
Right.
That's how I see it. You know, I mean, also you are your own worst critic. There are things about my live show when I see a video, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't hit the note just right. And then everyone else is like, Jessie, what are you saying? The note sounds great. Right. So you have to keep that in mind too, you know, that everyone enjoys you for their own reasons. So did you want to say anything about that or? Yeah. So
the thing is, if you sound shitty live and you're recorded on a shitty phone, it's going to sound bad. I think everyone has a little bit of leeway when it comes to watching camera footage from a cell phone. Everyone knows it's obviously not the best quality. But again, if you sound great, it's not going to come across terrible unless it's just, you know, reverberating bass in the phone the entire time. You can't hear shit. But be good at what you do. Have a great sound, and it's still going to come across great. And you know, I think Tom York is doing this right now. But like Radiohead and Tom York are like, everyone Periscope our concerts. Everyone do it because it's smart. You're getting it out to extra people. It's additional people watching it. And yes, people are going to be forgiving because we all know that our phones suck at recording video. So, you know, I think everyone that lives in 2016 knows this. And I think it is a great thing because, like Jessie said, you get your music out to more people. And ultimately, that's the goal of an artist. If you're too worried about always sounding completely incredible and you're too worried about hiding your sound from people, you're losing out on a fan base. And you know, when you're a local artist and when you're a growing artist and even when you're, you know, regional, national, getting out on the road, all these things matter. All these fans matter. You know, the talent agents are looking at this. When we try to go out and pitch press articles to people and say, hey, you should do a feature over us, it's really hard when we're so selective over work, and we really got to let the fans talk about what's going on. We really got to let them engage. We can't be like Yelp and, you know, try to hide reviews and shit. Like let the people say what they want and let them record what they want. And if it's organic and it's great, then it'll come across great.
Right on. I've got one question that's kind of in line with what we're talking about here, and it would be, is there anything that you've learned to do over the years to spike your audience engagement? Now, that could either be offline, or that can be something that you try to implement into the performance that actually brings the people on the other side of that stage into the experience.
Oh, damn it. You're left-handed too, but you're holding it with your right. That's true.
I'm behind the scenes.
He's the best manager in the world. So to spike fan base, is that what you were asking? To engagement or
yes,
okay,
yes.
Yeah. Two strong things come to mind. You know, I grew up listening and admiring artists like Tori Amos, who had a very intimate relationship with her fans. I see you nodding your head. Yeah, she really gave a shit, and being a fan, that made me feel like $1,000,000. Right. I've met her several times. I've actually spent time with her, and seeing a real superstar become successful and keep that level of healthy ego, intimacy with her fans. Yeah, it was so inspiring to me growing up, and I said to myself, that's what I'm gonna do, because I care. I really care. I don't do this just for me. I do this because I want to make other people feel like they're a part of something. So, having said that, you know, being in the world of social media, again, you have a lot of control. It's a kind of beautiful, like it's like right at your fingertips. You can say anything you want back to the comment that someone made. So I just started noticing over the past couple of years, my fans have become very loyal and very excited and commenting and donating when we have Kickstarters, and they become like a musical family. So I felt compelled to respond back to them directly. And so now, I mean, even some articles have written like, Jessie Frye is so cool because she responds to all her fans' comments. And while I think that's really sweet and I appreciate the acknowledgement, for me, it's just like, they're taking the time to say, we love you. I'm going to take the time to say, thank you, I love you back.
Right. Right on.
It's just common decency. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I understand some people have like millions of comments, so they literally can't respond to every single one of them. But as long as I can, I will. And I think that alone has spiked a huge personal engagement with my fans. I mean, I have people come to shows and bring me gifts.
Right on.
And, take selfies with me. And I can tell that they're having more fun because they feel like they're my friend, and they are. It's not like I'm pretending to think that they're awesome. I do think they're awesome. And I think that's what is largely missing from a lot of bands, is that they think they're too cool to engage with their fans. Which, nothing against anybody, do what you want, but your fans are your livelihood. And
do you think, I have to ask,
sure.
Because for 2 years we've been moving around in a lot of circles of musicians, right? And I feel that it's easy, or like my default used to be, absolutely, they think they're too cool for school, right?
Right.
But as I do this more, I kind of feel like it might just be an insecurity thing.
That's a beautiful point. You're totally right. A lot of it is insecurity, which is a little strange to me, because if you are successful and you have a lot of fans, hopefully that gives you a healthy ego and that you are loved and that people enjoy your talent. Also, why are you performing?
Yeah. I think, okay,
but I'm not going to judge anybody. I know everyone's different, but I mean, I'm just going to say this out loud to inspire other performers. Like, people love you. So don't be afraid to engage with people.
Right on.
But to answer the second part of your question, or I guess I had a second answer to your question.
Sure.
I started writing songs with the fans in mind, and by that I mean parts where they can clap along, parts where they can sing along, parts where they get closer to the stage, things like that. And it's so much fun to see people responding to that. I know that and to say on stage, you guys are a part of this, just to vocalize that. I mean, that's appropriate for what I do. It may not be appropriate for every other genre. But for Jessie Frye, I feel like that is what has helped spike my engagement with fans, is being approachable and writing songs that make people feel like they're a part of the show.
Right on.
Yeah.
I've got one last question for you, and then I'm going to pass the microphone off to Paul.
Sure.
My right-hand man here at Deep Video. He's got the brain bender questions, so it's coming. It's coming.
All right.
So my question now is, before being prompted for this interview, had you guys ever heard of a worker-owned cooperative before as a business model? Or would you like me to define it a little more, I guess?
I haven't. I'm going to give the microphone to Brent.
I haven't in the music industry.
Okay.
You're selling vegetables. I totally get what you're talking about.
Right, yeah.
Music industry, this is foreign to me, so I'm really excited to hear about it.
I mean, it's totally foreign. Okay.
Like I said, my thing is, I know people that they'll live on a combine, and they'll grow groceries together, and the Wonderlust movie. I know that realm. I don't know the music industry side of it.
The definition, as we've come to understand it, is a worker-owned cooperative is a business entity that is owned and operated by members who would use its goods or services. So in our model, what we're trying to do is put together a worker-owned cooperative. So it's going to be like any other business model that exists. The difference is that the workers of this model own one share and have one vote and democratically control the capital and then everything else that the company does. So for us, we're building a weird amalgamation that is eventually going to be a record label. It's going to be part talent agency. It's going to be part promotions. And in the here and now, it's going to be to create a way for freelancers that are in the allied service. I'm a former nurse, so I'm saying allied services, right? But things that would help you, like a graphic designer, a video producer, a camera operator, a key grip if you need to go full on into the production, all that stuff, right? Bring them together to give them something to work toward. We're trying to build a video showcase that is specific to creating video in DFW and getting them a gig while also producing our own content. In general, the idea is to do the business the way that it's always been done, but this time share the ownership so that every person working the product owns it at the end of the day. So now that you've heard the spiel, right, does it sound absolutely socialist, communist, hippie, insane?
No, it actually sounds really rad, and and not to take any thunder away from anybody, I do know of It's a film co-op that's actually opening in Arizona. Apparently,
Okay, right on.
California is terrible when it comes to permits with film
Sure.
and really taxing the artists in town. There's actually a commune being built in Arizona, and apparently it's Arizona or New Mexico. One of them have like no problem with permits, no problem with you filming anywhere.
Okay.
So these guys from Hollywood are actually starting a co-op out there.
That's awesome,
To
man.
bring out producers, to bring out directors, to bring out actors, and say, look, we got this haven where you're not going to be taxed out the ass
Right.
to make your project, to make your art.
And the infrastructure, because I have to imagine that's what they actually own, is all
Yeah.
the sound stages and everything else.
And,
that make it happen.
and absolutely, and that
Right.
there's a couple key people that are putting it together, some founders per se, but it's going to be a community project. And I mean, I don't want to go into politics. I don't want to talk about socialism and stuff.
Sure.
Community projects are rad as fuck. Like, do
Right.
community projects. Get in with your local artists. Work with your local business people, your small owners. I do a music festival, and you would not imagine the people that are involved with this thing. It's anybody from your local pizza maker, your local craft brewery, your local international rock band. They're all working together on creating a really cool product
Right.
by and for the community.
Right.
So, like I said, I
mean,
know
so-
I know you're poking at it.
No,
Is it socialism and communism? And I totally get it because that's.
Well,
that's
I
our
only mention it
national
because it's
fever right
a
now, but-
genuine response. People literally say that to me after hearing the
And
definition.
that's so
occasionally.
silly. It's people coming together to work on something
Right.
and financing it together and putting in the sweat equity together.
Right.
And
to get the actual equity out of it later.
exactly.
Right.
And the whole point of that is it's truly community. And if you're against community, I really can't.
Work
I don't
with
know
it.
if
How
I'm
do we work it
supposed to be
out?
cursing, but I can't fuck with you if you're against community
Right.
because
Yeah.
this
Let it rip, man.
Denton is a beautiful community. Jessie is a beacon of positivity in this community. Our festival is a beacon of positivity in this community, and that's at the end of the day, it's what we care about.
Right on.
Like there's a lot of artists in the DFW area that they'll make it big and they'll claim New York, they'll claim LA, they'll be from Denton, they'll claim Dallas.
Right.
That's not what
Yeah.
we're about. We know where we're from. We know where our roots are, and this is our family. This is our home. This is our community. We work on shit all year together with each other, and that's why Denton is a beautiful place. Is because we can do that. I mean,
Right.
there's no egos. There's no walls to break down. We're working together.
Right
And
on.
we're doing projects together. And we're creating something special for the people that want to attend, and
Right.
and hopefully the people that are going to attend the next time. So
But that's the goal. We want to be, I absolutely see that wall or that barrier to entry for this
Yeah.
type of stuff, and we want to be the shovel, like the artist shovel, man.
We
Let's
do.
find a way to get around it.
we need more stuff like that.
I'm going to pass this microphone off to Paul so he can do his favorite part of the gig here,
All right,
and
I'll pass it off to Jessie.
that sounds great. And synchronized.
In sequence.
Hey guys. So first of all, I want to thank both of you for being here.
Well, thank you.
This on
Thank
this
you.
lovely, warm Texas evening.
Very warm.
Yes. So I have a couple questions for you.
Sure.
They're not meant to be super in depth, but
That's fine.
I want to ask you, both of you, if you could put a billboard up anywhere in the world, what would it say, and where would you put it?
That's really awesome. I think I would probably do something really cheesy. And I would probably put a billboard up that said, "Are you a wandering generality or are you a meaningful specific?"
Okay.
Because what that would say to you as you're driving by or passing by is, "Holy shit, what am I doing with my life?
Right.
Am I happy? Am I who I want to be?" And I hope that it would create a positive change.
Right. That's fantastic.
So, I love this town. I just expressed that. I almost started crying on camera.
No.
It was super
No.
good. Mine's going to be so different. I almost did
He
because
always cries. That's why I love
when I
working with
talk
him.
about Denton, I always cry because I love this town. And I actually intend to run for city council, so this is perfect.
Make
for
sure to
me.
zoom in. Zoom
My-
in on the tears.
My billboard, obviously, it would be my billboard for me running for Denton City Council, and I think I got a really great platform. If you can notice, I got a super adequate hairline, and I think that's what my billboard would say is, Brent Camp, make Denton great again, adequate hairline, high energy. Let's go. And that's my billboard.
Right, high energy is the selling
energy.
bit, right?
Little
That was.
navigators, man. We're
I was
out
lost
there.
until high energy.
We're out there, but I swear this is a really adequate hairline.
It's fantastic.
It's not good.
Dirty Ryan Gosling.
It's adequate. A dirty Ryan Gosling. I get that too much, honestly. It's kind of insulting at this point, but I get it a lot.
Right,
But like I
right.
said, Jesse's billboard would be very, very meaningful and deep. Mine would be a shameless plug because that's what I do. I've talked about Utopia. I've talked about Denton. I've talked about Jesse. I shamelessly plug everything. I'm the worst person for interviews. by the way.
Which makes you a fantastic
Yeah.
manager,
It's
though.
gonna be.
so.
I have like 4 more. I put up 3, but I have 4 more commercials for you during this interview. So get ready for it.
This may or may not pertain. So, less than $100 purchases. What made the biggest impact to your careers? Like, less than $100. Was it like a costume? Was it like a?
Oops. Less than $100.
Less than $100.
But I mean, the things that have bettered me are free.
Yeah, 100%.
Like vocal technique.
Okay.
I mean, you're asking me on an artist
Yeah.
perspective.
No, it is.
you know?
Yeah, 100%.
This is some tangible, though.
Shit. Really?
Facebook boost.
But yeah, I guess so. I mean, a $5
Facebook boosted
a
post?
$5 boosted post goes
Yeah.
a long way.
Hey, it does really. It does.
Because my fans are awesome. No, shit. I don't know. You know what? Okay. Best under $100 I've ever spent for my career, a pair of fishnet pantyhose.
Okay.
A pair of fishnet pantyhose.
They go a long.
They go a long way, baby.
Nice.
Brent knows because he wears them too.
I can roll up these pants.
That won't be necessary. That
Oh my god.
I can. I'm a visual guy, so I can already. I'm already there. I'm already there.
I'm a gentleman, so I'll keep them down.
The hairline is super adequate.
Fat ankles, that's it.
All right.
Question.
Last question before I get going. If you can make an ask of our audience, right, of people that may not be seeing you for, if you can make an ask of them.
Make an ass out of them?
Ask. If you could ask them.
I heard if you can make
Roast your unknown fans right now. The people that aren't watching, roast the shit out of them.
if you can make an
For
ass.
not listening, so
Hey,
get on Spotify right now.
Don't fuck you.
Look for Jessie Frye or fuck you. Seriously, look for Jessie Frye.
If I could ask them anything,
if you could ask them to do something, right, to support local, to do anything, what would it be? One thing.
watch the videos, connect on Spotify, comment, like, and most importantly for me, go to shows and come up front to the stage. That's what I would ask. And come say hi to me. Come say hi to me. Take a picture. Yes, we're a family. Come have a beer with us. We are positive. We love all of you guys. We just ask you to come literally be a part of the movement of positivity, of Denton, of Dallas, it's, Denton is where we're from, so we're going to represent Denton.
Right.
But it's DFW, it's Texas, and then ultimately it's everywhere in the world. Do you want to answer that?
We are the world. We are the world. I'm with Jessie on that. I mean, please get out there and come out. I mean, because like we were talking earlier about, what do you think about fans filming you at your concerts? I hope to God in the next couple of years with what we're working with right now, there's closed circuit programming for venues now where you can basically buy pay-per-view concerts.
Right.
Lollapalooza this year, Coachella this year, they're all trying to be very ambitious. Like, oh, you can live stream our concerts. There's a reason you charge a ticket price. There's a reason you have gates.
Yeah.
I totally get it. You want to expose yourself to as many people as possible, but we don't need people to loaf around on their couch and watch us from their couch.
Right.
Come get involved. Come get engaged. Come to a show. Because like I said, Jessie's gonna hang out. We're gonna have a beer. We're gonna talk. We're gonna bullshit. We're gonna have a great time, and we want to see you. And the saddest thing to a musician from a management standpoint, from an ego standpoint, from a career standpoint, is performing to an empty venue. And if you guys are going to watch it from your couch, on Periscope, on YouTube live stream, Coachella, do better for these musicians, do better for the people you care about, and get out and have a great time and watch it, because it is important.
I mean, because at that point, the artist is doing everything that they can to show up. You should do the same, right?
Something the most sweet is to see everyone
being present.
You've been there,
Being in the
you
moment.
know.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that give, a bad reputation. They show up minutes before their set, they show up late, whatever. They don't realize the work that gets put in by these artists. They don't see the hours beforehand, line checking and getting the equipment into the venue, and really before that, setting up the shows. I mean, not every artist out there is privileged to have a booking agent and a really great label that's going to take care of these things. And we do the groundwork. That's the work of an indie artist. And if we're going to do the work, $8, $5, $10, $15, whatever it is, to come out and have a great time with us, it's going to be worth the money.
Thank both of you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Yes.
you so much.
I'm going to pass it over to Jason and he can close us out.
That's over to you again.
Alrighty, so before I wind down the show here, send them somewhere, plug something. Where do you want folks to go?
JessieFrye.com. It's JessieFrye.com. Jessie Frye. Well, if you go to Facebook, it's facebook.com/JessieFryeBand. Jessie Frye Music on Instagram. J Frye Music on Snapchat. You can see a little release date live. And then I'm on YouTube. If you Google me, all that stuff's gonna come up. So just search for me on all the social media platforms. I'm gonna be there, and become a fan and like everything, follow everything.
Brett, what about you, man? What if there's an artist out there that saw this and says, I need that guy on my team? What do you want to
I
do?
don't have time for you at the moment.
Okay, fair enough.
Jesse's doing incredible things, and it takes up a lot of my schedule. My festival takes up a lot of my schedule. My day job takes a lot of my
Fair
schedule.
enough.
So if you are an artist, I'll plug Otopia a little bit. OtopiaFest.com. Go buy tickets. We have Ray Shermer. We have when's this airing, by the way?
What's
Couple weeks.
4 or 5 days from now.
Okay, great. We have Ray Shermer, we have Beirut coming, we have White Denim, Best Coast Waves, Dr. Dog, incredible lineup. Check it out, OtopiaFest.com. That's what I'm plugging. Other than that, I am plugging Jessie because go buy her music. I'm doing a show. Come hang out with us. I promise you, we're fun. It's Wednesday night. It's 1 in the morning right here, and I got here at like 6 a.m. So come fuck with us because we have a great time. And I'm gonna get like 4 hours of sleep tonight, but it's okay because coworkers they put on a great show.
Birds are amazing.
I'm hanging out with Jessie, and this is what we do. So come out, have a great time. Go to Utopia. Go to JessieFrye.com. Listen to the music, and again, go to shows. I mean, this is what they're here for. This is what we all enjoy and we're all doing. So come out and have a great time.
Well, thank you both very much for being part of 3030. And thank you at home for watching on your tiny little cell phone screens, your laptop screens, your monitors, your awkward subway ride, your what the hell are you doing on a train right now? If you'd like to ask us any questions about our effort to become a cooperative or help us grow, you can contact us at deepvideobooking@gmail.com. If you'd like to see some of the photos that we snap and get a bit of our intimate life, you can find us on Instagram, where we could not afford the last 2 letters of the name at DeepVid. You can follow us on Twitter at Deep Video. You can find us on YouTube at Deep Video Live, and of course on Facebook. We are going to bring you lots of video things for your eyes and fantastic music for your ears. Please help us get down to Austin so we can do that with a little bit of ownership under our belt. Again, that's for the Worker Cooperative National Conference at the University of Texas, July 29th to the 31st. Again, that's Indiegogo. Google Cooperatives Dallas. We're right there. Thanks again, guys.